And Mars has some activity on it that makes for some interesting discussion. So that's going to be our topic here, taking a look at actions on Mars. There is a thin atmosphere, again about 1% of the pressure of an Earth atmosphere, but it's enough to pick up dust and carry it around. There is less gravity on Mars, so a little easier for the wind to pick up the dust. Mars has about half the radius of the Earth, about 1/10 of the mass of the Earth. So that 1/10 of the mass kind of limited gravity compared to Earth gravity, maybe a third. Don't forget, I don't remember the exact number. But in this atmosphere, it's almost all carbon dioxide, a little bit of nitrogen, thin atmosphere, but the winds are sufficiently strong enough to pick up dust and obscure the whole planet. This is the same side of Mars photographed from the Hubble telescope, here with no dust storm, and here with a dust storm in place. So there can be a very extensive movement of dust around the planet by the winds. These winds can create sand dunes. So we have a larger dune here, and you can see the smaller dunes down here. These dunes are seen to move. Again, the same spot on Mars has been imaged by an orbiting spacecraft 15 weeks apart. So the 85 meters here, that's a little less than a city block, a standard city block. And we can see some motion of the sand. The wind is moving the sand along. And a larger dune, that again, is creeping along. 3 years in between the photographs here. But you can see some change in the boundary of where the sand is located. Oh, what's this? What are these tracks that are being seen here? Oh, it's kind of a curlicue, kind of stretched out. Well, what we're seeing are little whirlwinds, dust devils. And the wind is strong enough to pick up dust, and as you've seen wind pick up leaves in the fall and swirl them around, or perhaps you've seen these whirlwinds out in a farm field that has fresh dirt on top of it. These whirlwinds can create these markings on the surface where the overlaying soil is blown off and showing darker material underneath. Whirlwinds, and this is from a rover, it's a camera, taking single images, and then the images have been put together into a movie to view that. If you're viewing one of these whirlwinds from above, here's the view of that as the circulating column of air goes up into some distance above the planet's surface. And I don't remember what that distance is. Something that jumps out at me is 12 miles, but it seems like too high. So we won't say that. You'll have to look that up and see what you come up across for that that height. In any case, looking down from above, interesting view. There are also avalanches that have been caught, not as a movie, but in single frames. So from this cliff face up here, material is broken free and crashed on down, raising a cloud of dust. And the camera happened to be set to record this particular position at this particular time, and just by accident caught this avalanche. And its avalanche has been noticed in several other images as well. So there's a little bit of Mars in action. The atmosphere of Mars is thin, about 1% of the atmosphere of the Earth. The atmosphere is almost all carbon dioxide. That atmosphere has enough energy in it to pick up dust and move it around. And then we see other actions of, there's still some reshaping of the surface of Mars as things slide downhill. We see this avalanche occur. So keep reading, ask some questions.